Welcome back. What was meant to be a solemn journey to lay a respected public servant to rest reportedly turned into a terrifying ordeal after suspected kidnappers attacked a funeral convoy in Kogi State. According to a report by Daily Post, several mourners traveling with the remains of a senior officer of the Federal Road Safety Corps, FRSC, were abducted, while the corpse was also briefly taken before it was later recovered. The incident has sparked fresh concerns about the worsening security situation on Nigeria's highways. The big question is this: how did a funeral procession become the latest target of kidnappers? The reported attack has generated widespread outrage because it allegedly involved people whose only mission was to give a deceased public servant a dignified burial. Many Nigerians are now asking whether any journey can truly be considered safe amid the country's persistent kidnapping crisis. The victims were reportedly accompanying the remains of Deputy Corps Commander Augustine O. Ikwu, an officer of the Federal Road Safety Corps, who was popularly known as Etumizero. He was being transported to Iode in Opu Community, Utopo local government area of Benue State, where family members, friends, and colleagues had gathered to pay their final respect before the burial scheduled for Friday. The funeral convoy was reportedly traveling through the Osuso-Ajokuta axis of Kogi State when armed men intercepted the vehicle. The attackers allegedly forced several mourners out of the convoy before taking them into the surrounding bush. What should have been a peaceful funeral journey suddenly became another kidnapping incident, leaving families devastated and raising fresh fears about traveling on some of the Nigeria's major highways. Details of the incident were shared by citizen journalist and activist Mehdi Olotu, who alleged that the kidnappers also took possession of the vehicle carrying the remains of the late FRSC Deputy Corps Commander. The report quickly attracted widespread attention because attacks involving funeral processions are relatively rare, making this incident particularly disturbing for many Nigerians following the story. However, the kidnappers reportedly later abandoned the corpse. The remains of the late Augustine O. Ikwu were subsequently recovered around Ijolu in Kogi State, bringing some relief to his grieving family, while the recovery of the body reportedly allowed burial plans to continue. Attention has now shifted to the mourners who remain in captivity. According to the reports, the adopters are demanding 50 million for the release of the victims. As of the time the report was published, there had been no official confirmation from the police or other security agencies regarding the alleged ransom demand. Authorities also had not publicly disclosed the exact number of mourners still being held by the kidnappers. Reacting to the incident, Mehdi Olotu described the attack as heartbreaking and expressed concern over what he called the worsening security situation across Nigeria. He lamented that insecurity has reached a point where even those traveling to bury the dead are no longer spared. He questioned what kind of country allows such incidents to happen, saying that even the dead are no longer allowed to rest in peace. The activist also appealed to security agencies and relevant government authorities to intensify efforts to rescue the abducted mourners. He called for those responsible for the attack to be identified, arrested, and prosecuted, arguing that repeated attacks on innocent travelers continue to create fear among Nigerians using the country's road network. If officially confirmed, the incident will represent another troubling example of the growing threat posed by kidnapping gangs operating along major highways. Over the past several years, criminal groups have repeatedly targeted commuters, farmers, commercial vehicles, and residents traveling between different states, often demanding large ransom payments before releasing their victims. Security experts have repeatedly warned that isolated roads, forests, and rural corridors continue to provide criminal gangs with opportunities to ambush travelers. They argue that stronger intelligence gathering, increased security patrols, and improved cooperation between federal and state security agencies remain essential to reducing the frequency of highway kidnappings across the country. The reported attack has also highlighted the emotional burden placed on families already mourning the loss of a loved one. Instead of concentrating on funeral preparations, relatives now face the additional trauma of trying to secure the release of family members reportedly being held by kidnappers. The incident has renewed calls for stronger protection of travelers and more decisive action against criminal networks operating on Nigeria's highway. As of the time the report was published, security agencies had not issued an official statement confirming the incident or providing updates on ongoing rescue efforts. Likewise, there had been no public announcement regarding arrests connected to the reported attack. Many Nigerians will therefore be watching closely for further information as investigation and rescue operations continue. For the family of the late Deputy Corps Commander Augustine O. Ipu, what should have been a final farewell has reportedly become a painful experience marked by fear and uncertainty. For the country, the incident served as another reminder of the urgent need to strengthen security across Nigerian highways and ensure that criminal gangs no longer operate with impunity against innocent citizens. Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you find this report informative, kindly like, share, and subscribe for more news reports. I'm Chidera Isom. Thanks for watching. Do have a beautiful day.